Have you ever wondered what it was like to be a princess in the Middle Ages? Well, it all starts with their birth. A royal birth, especially of a princess, was a momentous event, marked with grand fanfare and jubilations. From the moment of her first cry, she was laden with a mantle of expectations. She was a symbol of continuity, potentially the next queen, a pawn in the chess game of alliances, and thus, born with a silver spoon, our princess steps into a world of high expectations and political intrigue. Now, our princess is not just born into royalty, she is meticulously groomed for it. From the cradle, she is plunged into a rigorous education that would make even the most studious among us quiver. Imagine, if you will, a curriculum that spans languages, arts, music, and even a dash of statecraft. And we're not talking about a spot of French and a dabble in watercolors. No, we're talking fluency in Latin and Greek, mastery of the harp and lute, and a deep understanding of the intricacies of courtly politics. The pressure is immense, the expectations sky high. But our princess, she takes it all in stride, her eyes keenly focused on the towering task of greatness. It's enough to make our complaints about algebra and gym class seem rather trivial, wouldn't you say? So, while we moan about our school days, our young princess is busy mastering Latin and the lute. Just when you think our princess can finally enjoy her royal life, she's tossed into the Game of Thrones. Now, what do we mean by this? Well, as a princess, one was not just a royal figurehead, but a crucial piece in the strategic game of alliances. Marriages were less about love and more about politics. Think of it as a medieval version of speed dating, but with a lot more at stake than just a bruised ego or a wasted evening. Take, for example, the famed Eleanor of Aquitaine. She was married off to Louis VII of France, but the union was more about securing alliances than love notes and stolen kisses. Eleanor was a highly sought commodity, not for her charming personality or her stunning looks, but for her vast lands and political influence. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it was her real estate portfolio that truly turned heads. Or consider the tale of Princess Isabella of Castile. Her marriage to Ferdinand of Aragon united two powerful kingdoms and set the stage for the creation of modern-day Spain. You can bet there were no dating apps involved in that match. So next time you complain about your dating woes, spare a thought for our poor princesses of yore. Their matches weren't made in heaven, but in the cold, calculating minds of power brokers. So, while we swipe left or right, our princess is busy being a pawn in the political chessboard. Once married, our princess now has to navigate the intricate maze of court life. Imagine the most complex game of chess you've ever played, but instead of pawns and knights, you have lords, ladies, and the occasional jester. The power dynamics are as fluid as the wine flowing from the goblets, and our princess, now queen, is right in the thick of it. She's not just a figurehead, but the puppet master, managing alliances, soothing egos, and averting crises, all while looking absolutely fabulous in her royal attire. It's a job that would turn the strongest of us into nervous wrecks, but she handles it with grace and a sense of humor that would put the court jester to shame. Think of it as the medieval version of The Office, only with more velvet and less photocopiers. The stakes are high, the tension's higher, but our queen is up to the task. So, while we deal with office politics, our princess is busy maneuvering royal schemes. So, was it all glitter and glamour for our princess? Not quite. Throughout this journey, we've glimpsed the extraordinary life of a princess in the Middle Ages, a life that, while shimmering with the allure of royalty, was brimming with unseen burdens. Yes, our princess was born into privilege, groomed for greatness, but she was also a pawn in the chess game of alliances, her life dictated by the whims of power and politics. Behind the impressive tapestries of court life, she grappled with the weight of expectation, the constant scrutiny, and the ever-looming threat of intrigue. Her days were not spent idly sipping tea, but navigating the labyrinth of courtly duties and diplomatic dances. Her tiara, while dazzling, was a crown of responsibility. Her gowns, though luxurious, were heavy with the burden of status. So, the next time we fantasize about being a princess, remember, it's not all tiaras and tea parties.